baby, leave me lonely now. I know your window and I know it's late. I know your stairs and your doorway. I climb past your gate and the light at the four-way. You watch a mess they fall. Oh baby, they all have heart attacks. They wait at the carnival, but they'll never win you back. Well, I see you tonight on a downtown train. Every night it's just the same. Oh baby, leave me lonely. Well, I see you tonight on a downtown train. Every night it's just the same. Oh baby, on a downtown train. 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 Okay. My favorite bumper sticker, or my current favorite bumper sticker. Horn broken, watch for finger. Some of these I don't remember where they came from. But I'll make something up that might be better. It's kind of like when you're at the movies and you're watching a really bad film and someone leans in and says, you know, this is a true story. Does it really improve the film? This is a song about an automobile. I had a 55 Buick Roadmaster when I was a kid. Actually, this is really was inspired by an old friend of mine named Larry Beezer, who I was staying at the Tropicana Hotel, and I got a knock on the door very late, and I was at a clap for the Tropicana. Excellent. I don't think I got any new towels for the whole, 9 years I was there. But I never asked. I didn't want to upset anybody. This is about, what was it about again? It was about the car. All right, Beezer came over at about 2 a.m. He said, I'm on a date, and she's only 17, and I've got to get her back to Pasadena. And all I've got left on the car is reverse. I said, how can I help? He said, I need gas money. And so he sold me a couple of jokes. And he said, you can have these jokes, and you don't even have to tell folks that they're mine because you paid for them, for God's sake. And I said, that sounds like a good deal to me. Anyway, he drove home in reverse on the Pasadena freeway in the slow lane. But I think they should give awards for that type of thing, you know. But anyway, it was a 55, what was it? It was a 55 Caddy. Well, my so quickly. I went lickety-splicking out to my old 55. As I pulled away slowly, feeling so holy, God knows I was feeling alive. And now the sun's coming up, and I'm riding with love. Freeway cars and trucks, stars beginning to fade. As I lead up a rain, just a wishing I'd stay a little longer. Oh, don't you know the feeling getting stronger? Well, it was 6 in the morning, gave me no warning. I had to be on my way. Now this truck's all a passing me. That's all a flash. I'm on my way home from your place. And now the sun's coming up, and I'm riding with lady love, with the freeway cars and trucks, stars beginning to fade. As I lead up a rain, just wishing that I stayed a little longer. Lord, don't you know that feeling getting stronger? Well, my time went so quickly that I went lickety-splicity. I went out to my old 55. As I pulled away slowly, feeling so holy, God knows I was feeling alive. And now the sun's coming up, and I'm riding with lady love, with the freeway cars and trucks, 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 freeway cars and trucks.
I got a letter from a 9-year-old kid in Michigan. He says, I brought one of your records to school and I got in a lot of trouble. Can you help? Swear to God. And I said, listen, I got things. I have a life. You may not think that I have a life, but I do have a life. I can't drop everything and go to Michigan for Christ's sake. Represent you in court, you know. This is the neighbor that we all become. You see, I guess all comes down to knowing 2 or 3 things about the guy who lives next door, and that's all you need to know. He said he was from Tampa, but he has Indiana plates. was in the service for 20 years. But he's only 20 years old. Anyway, I wonder from time to time, in the middle of the night, when I hear things like that. Should I walk on the line moonlight? I wonder, what is he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? He has subscriptions to those magazines, and he never waves when he goes by. He's hiding something from the rest of us. He's all to himself. I think I know why. He took down the tire swing from the pepper tree. He has no children of his own, you see. He has no dog and he has no friends. And his lawn is dying. And what about all those packages he sends? What's he building in there? What's he building in there? With that hook light on the stairs. What's he building in there? I'll tell you one thing, he's not building a playhouse for the children. What's he building in there? Now what's that sound from underneath the door? He's pounding nails into a hardwood floor, and I swear to God I heard someone moaning low. And I keep seeing the blue light of a TV show. What's he building in there? He has a router and a table saw. You wouldn't believe what Mr. Stitches saw. There's poison underneath the sink, of course. There's also enough formaldehyde to choke a horse. What's he building in there? I heard he has an ex-wife in some place called Mayor's Income, Tennessee. And he used to have a consulting business in Indonesia. But what's he building in there? What's he building in there? He has no friends, but he gets a lot of mail. I bet he spent a little time in jail. What's he building in there? I heard he was up on a roof last night, signaling with a flashlight. And what's that tune he's always whistling? What's he building in there? What's he building in there? We have a right to know. Most American automobile horns beep in the key of F. Did you know that? It's true. And in Kentucky, you're required to bathe at least once a year. So we left Kentucky.
VH1.
This is a song for my wife. Hanford, New Jersey. When I lived in New York, I used to stay at the Chelsea Hotel all the time. And, okay, was that for the Chelsea or for New York? I was sitting around one night, I was watching the Oxbow incident on television in my underwear, and it was all by myself. It was a very private moment. And believe me, this is going somewhere. So all of a sudden, there's a key that goes into the door, what I assumed was my door. And the door came open, and a guy and his girlfriend come in to the room, and they close the door, and they're arguing in the entryway. And this was upsetting to me. Not only the arguing, but just the interruption. It was unfair. Anyway, she got mad. She went into the bathroom and locked herself in a bathroom, and this guy is real nervous, and he's got his hand in his coat like this, and there's a lump in his coat, you know, and I know it's not a sandwich, and he tells me I can stay. So I know I can stay. This is my room. What had happened, though, and this happens a lot, and it is that they were there the night before, see? And they hung on to their key, and I used to do that. And then they came back the following night, not knowing that someone else would be staying in the room, or they took their chances, and So there we all are. All three of us. He's arguing, I'm missing my movie. It was a real exciting part where Anthony Quinn is, you know, praying in Spanish, and he's on the horse, and they're putting a rope around his neck. And I said, geez, I waited 2 hours for this moment, and now I got drama in the bathroom. It worked out, though. I said, listen, what you guys need is a room of your own. So I gave a guy $50. I said, go get a room. And he did. And he brought me back the change. And gave me a kind of a blessing like this. And so everybody was happy. It was a happy ending. And this is for Kathleen.
There's no time for the corner boys down in the street making all that noise. Don't want no girls on 8th Avenue. But tonight I wanna be with you. 'Cause tonight I wanna take that ride, cross the river to the Jersey side, take my baby to the carnival, and I'll take you all over. Alright, down the shore everything's alright. You and your baby on a Saturday. You know all my dreams come true. And I'm walking down the street with you, sing sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, oh, she thrills me with all her charms when I'm wrapped up in my baby's arms. My little girl gives me everything. I know someday she'll wear my ring. I can't sleep at night. Sing sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. Oh, I'm in love with a Jersey girl. Sing sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la-la. Thank you. Thank you.
I worked at a pizza place for about 5 years when I was a teenager. There was a very large man who worked in the kitchen as a professional, and apparently he'd grown. It was the question of either expanding the kitchen or getting rid of him and hiring someone smaller. And fortunately for me, they went with the small guy. And so this is, well, I'm not there yet. Let's see. Bud, this is about Bud. Bud was one of those guys who came and had a little cot in the back, and when he was having trouble with his wife, he would come in the back door and he would just stay in the back of the restaurant for like 3 or 4 weeks. But he was also a plumber, and I was a dishwasher, and one night Bud was doing the snake in the toilet, and but it was an electric snake, and there was a tremendous amount of power on the snake, and my job was to stand near Bud and just watch him. And Bud had it covered, and so I watched Bud with the snake and the motors winding up. And finally the snake came out of the toilet and whipped around the bathroom. And that was the scary part. It was like a horror movie. And then the lights went out as it slammed into the bulb, and it hit Bud in the side of the head, and he went down cold. And I knew he was dead. I knew it couldn't end any other way. And somehow I also knew that it was my fault. So I went into to my boss and I said, Joe, I don't know how to put this. All right, I'm gonna say it real fast. I killed Bud. And they came into the bathroom and realized that Bud was, by then he was coming back alive, and that Bud was not dead. And Bud not being dead, I wrote on that for years. I could just think about Bud not being dead, and it was kind of like a real high for me. We have a swear jar at home, and you know what a swear jar is? It's a jar in the middle of the kitchen, and every time you say a bad word, you have to put in a buck. And it helps. You know, because we have a mortgage and everything. The idea was over time, what you do is that you know, at the end of the month or whatever, you go and check out the money in the swear jar. Maybe you got like $40 or something. You go buy a tree, and then you plant the tree, and then you get the picture. And we took all those bad words and we made something good out of it. You know? I got in the habit of getting up in the morning and putting in a 10. Just taking out a little insurance. We were coming home one night, and we'd had a really good month of no swearing, and my wife said to the whole family, okay, everyone's been really good, So for the next 5 minutes, you can say anything you want in the car. That was fun. I can't repeat everything that was said in the car because it's television. But anyway.
There's a house on my block that's abandoned and cold. The folks moved out of it a long time ago, and they took all their things and then never came back. It looks like it's haunted with the windows all cracked. And everyone calls it the house where nobody lives. Once it held laughter, once it held dreams. Did they throw it away? Did they know what it means? Someone's heartbreak, or did someone do somebody wrong? Well, the paint was all cracked, was peeled off the wood. The papers were stacked on the porch where I stood, and the weeds had grown up just as high as the door. There were birds in the chimney and an old chest of drawers. Looks like no one will ever come back to the house where nobody lives. Once it held laughter, once it held dreams. Did they throw it away? Did they know what it means? Someone's heartbreak, or did someone do somebody wrong? So if you find someone to have, someone to hold, don't trade it for silver, don't trade it for gold. I've got all of life's treasures, and they're fine and they're good. They remind me that houses are just made of wood. What makes a house grand ain't the roof or the doors. If there's love in a house, it's a palace for sure. Without love, it ain't nothing but a house where nobody lives. Without love, it ain't nothing but a house where nobody lives. Oh. Mom, I thought I told you to stay in the car. That's family for you. This is about, Sarah Bernhardt was an actress many years ago.
And towards the end of her career, she was one of the great stage actresses of all time. And towards the end, she was doing Shakespeare in a little bar, and she'd had one of her legs amputated, and her leg was purchased by Parliament Bailey, and they were displaying her leg in a big case with formaldehyde and a little brass plate and everything. And apparently at that time in her career, her leg was making more money than she was. True story. And strange. And I need to. So whenever I get depressed, I think about that, and I say, "I don't got it so bad." So this is a story about some strange weather, which is what it seems. All weather is strange when you're strange. Will ya take me across the channel? London Bridge is falling down. Stranger woman tries to save all that a man will try to drown. And it's the rain that they predicted. It's the forecast every time. The roses died because you picked it. I believe that brandy's mine, and all over the world, strangers talk only about the weather. All over the world, it's the same. It's the same. Getting flatter, and the sky is falling all around, and nothing is the matter, for I never cry in town. And a love like ours, my dear, it's best measured when it's down. And I never buy umbrellas, 'cause there's always one around. And all over the world, strangers talk only about the weather. All over the world, it's the same. It is the same. And you know that it's beginning, and you know that it's the end. Once again, we are strangers as the fog goes rolling in. And all over the world, strangers talk only about the weather. All over the world, it's the same. It is the same. It's the same. It's the same. Mosquitoes are somehow attracted more to the color blue than any other color.
Tom Wilson.
They have feelings too, you know. And it's illegal to hunt camels in Arizona. Believe me, I got in big trouble. My wife says I didn't marry a man, I married a mule. I said, baby, you gotta get behind a mule. I guess at a certain point, folks stopped writing about animals and started writing about cars. I doubt if you know anybody who owns a mule. But I own a mule. Might be damn, smoke Jimmy off, a horrid little pistol and a lariat. Going to the bottom and just going down the drain. Said you wasn't big enough to carry it. You got to get behind a mule. The morning ham plow. Get behind a mule. The morning ham plow. Get behind a mule. In the morning ham plow. Get behind a mule. In the morning they'll plow. Choppity chop goes the axe in the woods. Meet me by the fall down tree. Shovel the dirt upon the coffee lid. And I know they come looking for me, boys. Know they come looking for me. You got to get behind the mule. Morning and plow. Get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. You got to get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Big Jack Earl was 8'1", stood in the road and it cried. Couldn't make her love him, couldn't make her stay. Tell the good Lord that he tried. You got to get behind the mule. Morning now, plow. Got to get behind the mule. The morning now, plow. Get behind the mule. Morning and plow. Get behind the mule. In the morning now, plow. Dusty trail from Atchison to Placerville. On the record of Weaverville stage. Beautified Betty for a lemonade. I was stirring my brandy with a nail, boys. Stir my brandy with a nail. You got to get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. You got to get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Sons of the Widow Jane, Jack the Cutter and the Pockmarked Kid had to stand naked at the bottom of the cross and tell the good Lord what they did. Tell the good Lord what they did. You got to get behind the mule. The morning and proud. Get behind the mule. In the morning and proud. Get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Get a power line in a Studebaker with Buddy Joe Holtz. I'm digging all the way to China with a silver spoon while the hangman fumbles with a noose, boys. The hangman fumbles with the noose. You got to get behind the mule in the morning and plow. Get behind the mule in the morning and plow. Get behind the mule. The morning plow. Get behind a mule in the morning plow. Oh, pin your ear to the wisdom post. Pin your eye to the line. Never let the weeds get higher than the garden. Always keep a sapphire in your mind. Always keep a diamond in your mind. You got to get behind a mule in the morning and plow. Got to get behind a mule in the morning and plow. Get behind a mule in the morning and plow. Get behind a mule in the morning and plow. Get behind a mule in the morning and plow. Get behind a mule in the morning and plow. Morning and plow. The morning and plow. Get behind a mule. You got to get behind a mule. You got to get behind a mule. You got to get behind a mule. Get behind a mule. Get behind the mule. Get behind